nakabenta!
Yes!
Don't worry, be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry, be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi na bitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palaban sa kahit anong dikitan.
Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Sa dikitan, di ka papalya. Sa ABC, sigurado ka. Pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
It's a brand new month, and we still have this brand new week ahead of all of us. And of course, we're still going to be bringing you 2 more games. And what's happening here? Ito pa rin po ang, of course, patuloy tayo sa ating Preseason Cup. At sa NCAA group muna tayo, ang Colegio de San Juan de Letran. They're going to be going up laban dito sa Mapua Cardinals, and later on sa UAAP bracket naman, ang FEU Tamaraws, they're going to be going up against USC Growling Tigers. So coming to you from our venue here where we are at Benji Santiago, kasama ko si Dino Lee, Courtney Buenaventura will still be joining us from courtside. Kamusta na kayong lahat? Panibagong buwan, panibagong bakbakan ito, Dino.
And this will be, to me, a tight ball game because itong Letran Knights, they missed the last 2 seasons yung Final Four. But prior to that, they went on a 3-peat run. So they're looking to go back into the Final Four and maybe have an outcome like what the Mapua Cardinals has had the past 2 seasons, wherein they went to the finals on back-to-back season 99, season 100, and finally ending a 33-year title drought. So itong Letran Knights, this would be, they won the first 2 games against Arellano and the LPU Pirates, but to me this would be their first litmus test if they can keep up against the defending champs, or they can show that they're up there in terms of hierarchy of NCAA teams.
Well, if you're going to be talking about Letranes, we're going to be taking a look at our team standings first. Nasaan na sila? Wala pang talo ang Letran, 2-0. Always a powerhouse team when we're talking about NCAA teams. At syempre, nariyan nga yung Mapua splitting their first 2 games. But of course, ang defending champions ng NCAA, you know they're not going to be a pushover. Is there enough motivation para sa Mapua to still keep on going for a championship and at least strengthen their campaign dito sa ating Preseason Cup? Let's talk about first itong Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights. LPU ang tinalo nila, and so far, things are looking pretty much good and well for them.
Yes, we just mentioned itong si magandang pinakita no first game was actually Jonathan Manilili when they won against Arellano. But in the second game, what showed up for them is their interior. The big guys, Aaron Buensalida, Kevin Santos, Mark Denver Omega, manning the paint. Wala pa nga dyan si Cyrex Silorio, who scored big for them also. So 44 points in the paint for the Colegio San Juan de Letran, and pinakita rin nila during that game is their outside shooting. They made only 1 3 in the first half against LPU, but nagpaputok sila nung second half, making 8 out of 13 threes in that second half, and it's 89-point explosion for them.
Well, the bigs actually contributing heavily. Of course, Buensalida, Santos, and Omega combining for 32 points. And we're talking about Aaron Buensalida. The way he has been performing leaves, kumbaga, everybody in awe and very impressed.
Yes, Aaron Buensalida, a transferee from the DLSU Green Archers last year, serving his residency last season. So now he will be a focal point a focal big man for the Letran Knights and Coach Allen Ricardo. Dito rin masusubukan yung big guys ng Mapua Cardinals because obviously we know na wala yung Rookie of the Year nila from last year, si Chris Hobilla. So masusubukan dito si JC Recto, Yam Concepcion. Can they keep up against the big guys? Kasi hindi lang naman si Buen Salida nandyan. Meron kang Mark Denver Omega and Kevin Santos pa that you have to handle.
Tingnan naman natin. Para rito sa Mapua Cardinals, of course, parang ang lumalabas, LPU ang common denominator. Yun ang pareho nilang pinanggalingan na games.
Yes, LPU is a tough opponent because they've been a consistent Final Four team and not so long ago, prior to the pandemic, they went back-to-back sa final. So Mapua, hindi pa masyado nakikita natin yung kalidad ng isang Clint Escamis, but other guys have step up. New faces for them that we will be seeing come season 101. Cyril Gonzalez and Ivan Lasarte combining for 45 points to lead Mapua in a win against LPU.
You've already talked about Cyril Gonzalez and his performance. Big 24 points. 10 of 20 from the field. He had 3 rebounds and 4 assists, and there's still a whole lot more that we can expect from this young player.
Yes, ang maganda dito kay Cyril Gonzalez, when he was given the minutes and compared to the first game, he was able to show what he is made of. Especially 4 points lang galing kay Clint Escamis in that game against LPU. It's nice to see that other guys can step up pag off night ni Clint Escamis.
Yan talaga yung binabanggit natin. Pagka Mapua, sinabi, hindi mo pwedeng mawala ang pangalan ni Clint Escamis. And we're also going to be seeing 2 players matched up against each other. As titingnan natin, ayan na yung Clint Escamis. He's only averaging 8 points so far after 2 games. And over at the other side, si Titingman and Lily, those are very good numbers.
This is an exciting matchup. If I were to describe this in 2 words, this is the future and the present. You have the former MVP in Clint Escamis and an upcoming highly touted player in Jonathan Manili going head-to-head in this highly anticipated NCAA matchup.
Well, the near future is just about to happen because we're going to be bringing you that game in a little while. Of course, the NCAA group nga, Letran going up against Mapua. We're going to be taking a break and we'll be right back right away.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Si Vic Soto na ata ang pinakaswerteng tao sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi niya alam, kahit hindi niya sinasadya. Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
PlayTime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo. Swerte sa akin ng PlayTime. You're welcome.
El General All-Purpose Epoxy, palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
We are live in PlayTime Filoil Arena. This is the PlayTime Cares 18th Filoil EcoOil Preseason Cup, presented by ABC Tile Adhesive. This is the second game of the day between Colegio San Juan de Letran Knights against Mapua University Cardinals. Introducing the starting lineup for the Letran Knights. Starting at point guard, number 11, Peter Rosilio. Starting at 2 guard, number 26, Jimboy Estrada. Starting at forward, number 81, Elijah Yusi. At the other forward position, number 5, Luis Cepeno. And starting at center, number 23, Mark Omega. Head coach is Coach Alan Ricardo. And now introducing the starting lineup for Mapua Cardinals. Starting at point guard, number 0, Clint Escamis. Starting at 2 guard, number 26, Ivan Nazarte. Starting at forward, number 5, JC Recto. At the other forward position, number 34, Concepcion. And starting at center, number 40, Joey Gulapa. Head coach is Coach Randy Alcantara.
And taking a look at the PulsoP.com starting 5 for Letran, Rosilio, Estrada, Omega, UC, and Tapeno. For Mapua, Escames, along with Lazarte, Gulapa, and Recto, along with Concepcion. For third starting 5, welcome po muli sa ating Playtime Cares Filoil EcoOil Center 18th Preseason Cup. And we are just about to get things going for this small game. Here we go with the first quarter of action. The unbeaten Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights getting the first crack at the basket here. And here's that 3. Kind of fell short. Right now, subok naman at the other side. And Joe Gulapa is able to make the first basket here para sa Mapua.
Well-executed play on the part of the Cardinals in involving their big guys. We know what the guards can do for the Mapua Cardinals. So, getting Gulapa involved at the start of this game is crucial for them.
Shot clock is down to 6 right now para sa opensa ng Letran Knights. Another missed opportunity to score. Clint Escamis. So it's average 8 points lamang after 2 games, but of course the reigning MVP. Truly, when they will need him, he will deliver, that's for sure.
I think for Clint Escamis, you can kind of sense or feel that he's trying to get the confidence of his teammates to rise further, because he knows na he'll need them come season 101. And this is a perfect opportunity, itong Filoil Preseason Cup, for them to get that confidence.
Well, basically, everybody is trying to make the necessary preps as they try to get laser focused on the mother leagues that they're going to be really playing for. And this is a chance actually to witness everything, all of the changes, all of the new system, even the personnel, the faces on the court, and even on the head coaches, those kind of things. Escamis trying to quicken the play here. How about that offensive rebound for Joey Gulapa as he comes up with his next basket? That's already 4 points for him.
And you have to give credit to Gulapa, creating a second chance opportunity for the Cardinals. They need to hold their own against the big guys of the Letran Knights.
Luis Sapeni with a miss, but managing to get it back on their side of the court here. They will count that or they won't. And it's a rebound of the quarter brought to us by Bostik El General All-Purpose Epoxy.
So Gulapa, one of the guys that will play a big role for Coach Randy Alcantara come season 101, especially sa pag-alis ni Chris Subila.
Quick attack right there, Rosilio, and there's a foul. And here's their chance right now to get into the scoreboard.
A lot of intriguing matchups here. Alam natin na mabigat din yung big guys ng Letran Knights. Buen Salida, Mark Omega.
And free throws brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito, Coach Alan Ricardo.
Kevin Santos and Cyrus Silorio. So it's gonna be a challenge for the Mapua big man or for the big guys of the Cardinals.
May takip pa rin ring para sa Letran. Celia unable to make those two free throws, and here comes another, almost a basket there for the Mapua Cardinals. Let's see if things would work out this way. That time. And UC will open up the scoring for the Letran Knights.
Kung nahirapan sila to score baskets on their offensive sets, those are getting yung quick baskets like that. That helps yung scoring for the Letran Knights.
Escamis. It's taking some time, the offense, and they lost it. Ito na. Transition basketball, back-to-back baskets. Jimboy Estrada gets himself involved.
And I'm sure Coach Alan Ricardo loves those last two possessions of the Letran Knights, turning their defense to offense, scoring two quick baskets.
Meantime, off ball, may charge that's going to be called against Mapua. Taking a look at this play, ang ating fast break of the game, but it's ating ABC Tile Adhesives. Sigurado ka dito. And it's Jimboy Estrada.
That Mapua turnover was, you have to give credit to Rosilio on his defense against season 99 MVP Clint Escamis, forcing that turnover.
Escarte para kay Mark Omega. Got double team, and there's a foul.
I think JC Recto.
JC Recto. Okay. Double foul. And then possession arrow leads to this possession para sa panig ng Letran Knights, although they could not cash in for all as of the moment. 6 minutes here in the first quarter of action. Only Joey Gulapa has managed to score. Clint Escamis from long distance. Sali na ako dyan.
And that's a good sign if you're Coach Randy Alcantara. Only 4 points for Clint Escamis in their last game. So getting 3 points in this first period, much better start for him.
And here's a turnover, Mapua. Nice sharing of the basketball, but right now they're going to be settling for a half-court offense. Another three by Clint Escamis, falls short. And this time in transition, trying to do their fast break here. Wow! The rejection right there.
Great defensive play on the part of Ivan Lazarte.
Three-point shot of the quarter brought to us by Jangnan Hotpot. Hotpot ba? Jangnan na is delivered by Clint Escamis. Then that Lazarte shot block. Ball stays on the side of Letran. He almost lost it. Air ball for that three-pointer and offensive rebound. Santos coming off the bench is fouled.
And that's expected coming from the big guys of the Letran Knights, because I feel like big man-wise, they have the advantage. You have Kevin Santos, Buensalida. So, Drex De Los Reyes and the other big guys of Mapua has to box out and keep the big guys of Letran from getting the offensive glass.
And finally, a free throw that went in for Letran with Kevin Santos. As earlier, Peter Rosillo was flopped. His two free throws, 7-5 in favor of Mapua. Counter steal by Clint Escamis. Open court. Willing to give up a foul was Jimboy Estrada. Nag-free throw ka na lang kasi makapag-end one.
Kakapasok lang nitong si Cyril Gonzalez who scored 24 points in their game against LPU.
Off the bench and instantly making an impact. His first point via the free throws.
Wala pa dito for Mapua is Cuenco, who has missed their first two games. Ang sabi sa akin ng colleague natin na si Sir J is nasa probinsya.
Okay.
And I think we haven't seen much of Cyrus Nitura in those first two games as well.
No. Ball stays for Letran. Last touch ang Mapua that time around. Shot clock at 11 seconds. So unti-unti yung mga binabanggit nating players at the top of our coverage are entering the ball game. Nice move, just could not finish right there. Titing Manalini, but of course, there's the second serving. Kevin Santos with his first field goal.
And another
two-point game. Yep.
Another offensive rebound on the part of Kevin Santos. So Mapua has to do a much better job of boxing out and not allowing those offensive rebounds.
Off-ball contact here is spotted. Kevin Santos. So he's doing everything, the rebound, the points, and even the foul.
Shot 14 seconds.
There's the execution of that transition play for Letran. And June Roque instant offense.
And Mapua having problems in taking care of the basketball. They already have 5 turnovers in this first quarter with more than 3 minutes left to play.
And we get a tie ball game. As of the moment, 9-all. Clint Escamis too close for comfort. The foul is going to be called here. Laban sa Letran. It's Kevin Santos. That's number 2 on him. At penalty pa ang Letran.
Well, they've been aggressive with their defense, which is creating easy offense for the Letran Knights. But if you're Mapua, you can't give confidence dito sa mga mas bata na Letran players by turning the ball over.
Yun nga yung tinatanong ko no? At the top of the coverage also. How do you remotivate yourself to pump yourself up after winning a championship?
Well, I don't think I don't think kailangan mo pang i-motivate itong Mapua Cardinals because they know they've already done it. They've already won a championship. I think for them in this preseason, it's all about involving the new guys in that rotation for Coach Randy Alcantara kasi iba na eh. May graduate ka na, may mga umalis kang players, tapos may pumasok ka, you're integrating new guys. That's why I feel like si Clint Escames is picking his spots. He's not forcing the issue because kailangan makuha ni Cyril Gonzalez, ni Ivan Lasarte, and yun nga si Cyrus Nitura checking in for the very first time in this preseason for the Mapua Cardinals.
Score is tied at 11 with 3 minutes and 11 here in the first quarter.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage with free data, calls, and texts at sulit na rewards.
TNT, 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%.
Taas nun, ha?
Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out.
Ang bilis!
Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Welcome back. It's 11-all with 3 minutes and 11, and we're still here in the first period. This battle between Letran and Mapua. Mapua shooting 50% from the field and only 33 for Letran as of the moment. We find ourselves tied in this ball game. A lot of those rebounds working out for Mapua, although they're just have this slight edge over Letran, who's trying to be aggressive too on the boards. So add up a rebound right there for Letran.
But even though Letran is shooting much lower than the Mapua Cardinals, they've won the possession battle because of the turnovers that Mapua has had. They have +5 attempts.
Meantime, missed opportunity for Cyril Gonzalez, and he's not going to be making the same mistake twice. He's got 4 points in the ball game. Here comes that steal, the quick hands for Mapua, and they get another basket. And Ryan gets himself involved also. His first 2 points. Quick 4-0 run here after the timeout by Mapua. There you go. June Roque also with his second basket here in the first period.
Oh, that's a lazy
Steal.
pass.
Yes. Kevin Santos with the extra. Kevin Santos gets it underneath. He gets blocked. A late whistle. Thought it was already clean. Si Edward Ryan panatawagan. Couple instances here that he went for the block and he was called, oh nga naman, braso talaga.
Kita-kita naman that Edward Ryan fouled Kevin Santos
Despite of 2 personal fouls here in the first period, he's more on offense. This time he's got 4 points, coming down with 3 rebounds for Kevin Santos.
Already 6 turnovers for the defending champions in this first period. Kanina lang, yung pang-6 nila, yung lazy pass coming from Cyril Gonzalez.
Mapua has to realize, wala pang talo nga. Pero sabi mo nga, litmus test to para sa Letran, you know?
Because you know, if you're gonna go up against the defending champions, it's not gonna be an easy task for you. But it will show what you're made of right now.
Layup na lang. Mapua Cardinals. Five-point advantage that they have right now. 45 seconds to play here in the first. Another turnover. Letran naman na dumadami ang turnovers dito. Dino, ha?
It's been the defense, the pressure defense for coming from both teams, forcing turnovers from each other. And we've seen both teams in their respective first games. They committed a lot of turnovers. Itong Mapua against CSB, dami rin nilang turnover. Itong Letran against Arellano, marami rin silang turnover. So, nabanggit nga ni Coach Allen, that's something that they want to clean up.
It's a good thing we have this preseason cup for you to be
able to clean up those things.
6-point advantage para sa Mapua. Letran. As they go inside. A 3-pointer. How about a 3-pointer? Well, nothing much that they could do. They're shooting 0-7 right now para rito sa Letran.
A similar start compared to their similar start to their last game. They only made 1 3 and attempted 11.
And that's the quickest in place that you could see. Off the inbound, alley-oop na. Wala nang babaan. Look at this. The understanding, just looking at each other. Same page, same idea.
And if you're EJ sa pass-up, defending itong si, I think that's Tapeño, that can't happen.
Meanwhile, Mapua going for the last shot. And there you go. There's still 2 seconds remaining from the backcourt. Oh, almost! There was that effort from Titing Manalili, but unable to connect. But that's what we have seen here for the first 10 minutes of play. When it was a struggle. Just trying to come up with their first basket para sa Letran. Mapua with Jimbo Estrada opening it up. And some of those things working out. Even players like Kevin Santos has been able to deliver. And June Roque already has 6 points here in the first period. The reigning MVP, Clint Escamis and Cyril Gonzalez conniving to give Mapua this 6-point advantage.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa di kita di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
This preseason is the start of Clint Escamis to write his final chapter with Mapua. More than just aiming for back-to-back titles, Clint wants to inspire the next generation of Cardinals. He said that the younger Clint would just want to keep on scoring. Now it's about how you think, how you treat your teammates, and how you help the team win. Before I ended it, I asked if he sees himself coaching Mapua one day, and his response came with a smile and goosebumps. Because for Clint, this might be the last chapter as a player, but maybe, just maybe, the first as a future coach. Benji, Dino?
Subukan mo rin maging broadcaster. Baka pwede lang.
Pwede, di ba?
There are some players actually who will go this route parang sa atin di ba?
But I'm sure with the type of player that Clint Escamis is, di pa siguro coaching agad pagkatapos niya dito sa Mapua Cardinals. There's a lot of opportunities, not just locally but also overseas.
Yun, basically, ang ibang ring mga pinapangarap ng ating mga young players. After they serve their schools sa NCAA or sa UAAP, there are other opportunities. Tama yung sinasabi mo. And actually, Asian imports. 24-17 para sa Mapua. Cyril Gonzalez floats it up and it goes in.
I'm just looking at the guard lineup of Mapua. You have Cyril Gonzalez, you have Clint Escamis, you have Ivan Lasarte. Scoring, it won't be a problem for them, for their guards.
Well, that's certainly not to be a problem here naman para sa panig ng Letran.
What a pass coming from Cyrus Nitura.
That's what we're talking about. Yes. Doing the right thing and making the right decision. It is now a double-figure lead para sa Mapua. Remember, Letran has 2 wins and has not experienced a loss yet, Dino.
Yes, but not to belittle the first 2 teams, but they're going up against the defending champions with a lot of experience here.
And Fast Break brought to you by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Maraming sinisigurado ang Mapua Cardinals sa kanilang mga transition plays. Los Reyes will sit down. Concepcion in his place, part of the starting unit for Mapua. So far, so good. Up by 11 right now. And Letran, kanino sila kukuha ng puntos? They have been trying. 2 seconds sa kanilang shot clock and a 4-shot air ball. Here it comes, Mapua Cardinals once again. Oops. It's okay. It's okay now.
Almost a backing violation.
And this will result in a foul that's going to be called here. Cyril Gonzalez has been very aggressive. Marco Mega picks up foul number 2.
And that's a welcome addition, Cyril Gonzalez for the Mapua Cardinals. Kasi if all guards of ipasok nito ni Coach Randy is kaya umiscore, mas mapapadali trabaho ni Clint Escamis.
Speaking of napapadali ang trabaho, nagmumukha talagang madali para sa Mapua Cardinals. They're scoring at will dito, Dino.
And if you're Letran, yan yung nabanggit ni Coach Allen Ricardo, is their consistency on the defensive end.
There was that aggressive move from Marco Mega, but as soon as he puts up the shot, nandun na. It's Joey Golapa to deny him. It has been dry for Letran. Thought about it with a fake, banks it in. And Yam Concepcion has 4 points in the game.
Points have been easy to come by for Mapua to start this second quarter. Already 10 points. In itong Letran, wala pa.
And it's beginning to balloon up this lead that they have, up 15 right now para sa Mapua. Cyril Gonzalez picking up foul number 2, and he's going to be replaced by Clint Escamis on the floor.
And yun yung maganda dun eh. Yung 10 points na yun, nasa bench si Clint Escamis.
Kaya nga.
So you could already see the depth of this Mapua Cardinals team.
Samantala ang Letran, they're trying to find somebody who can deliver for them. They get an offensive rebound. But they have been stuck with a 17-point output for a long while. Yun pa. They botched up a play right there underneath and turning it over again.
It's been a struggle in terms of execution for the Letran Knights.
Previously, yung Mapua, they committed a lot of turnovers when they went up against LPU. 19-10 yun. Pero right now, okay, I was just talking about turnovers. Ito na kagad.
But nalibre na doon si Cyrus ni Tura, natawagan lang ng traveling. But I think that's a turnover na mas maganda kesa yung maagaw in leading to transition for the Letran Knights, which they did in the first period.
And for the moment, Letran is only shooting 27% as compared to the 61% explosion para sa panig ng Mapua Cardinals here in the first half.
Well, nothing has been easy. Wala na binibigay nitong Mapua Cardinals. Yung mga baskets nitong Letran were actually coming from offensive rebounds or coming from transition when they force turnovers. Eh, hindi nagta-turnover masyado ditong second quarter ang Mapua.
What has happened to Letran? Unable to score. Naku, layo. Air ball.
And still scoreless itong si Aaron Buensalida after having 16 points in their game against LPU.
It's not Aaron Buensalida who's still scoreless. The whole of the Letran squad has not managed to score here in the second quarter. This is already a 10-0 blast for Mapua. We're going to be calling maintenance later on to check on that basket para rito sa Letran. Para pakitanggal nga lang yung, yung lock o yung kandado.
But if you're struggling, gusto mo yung players like Arthur Roque giving you a second opportunity to score.
How do you like that? We're already halfway here in the second period. They have yet to come up with a basket.
They're getting open looks, but they're not knocking it down.
Almost that time around for Mapua. And then Clint Escamis coming into the picture, breaking up the play. Here in transition, the Pinoy step, hindi nga lang pumasok. One of the longest dry spell I've seen covering a basketball game. Concepcion will pick up foul number 2.
But this is where Letran thrives, is in transition or getting offensive rebounds. And with this one, it's coming from transition of Jimboy Estrada.
Free throws brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. There's really something wrong. Ayun.
Finally.
Well, that's only the first point ng Letran here in the second quarter.
And if you're Letran, you can't afford to fall behind and allow Mapua to score further.
Everybody will try to get themselves involved. Sapasap with a setup for the 3 here. Overshooting it. No field goals yet for Letran. Still nothing. Only a point here in the second period.
Mukhang bola pa rin ng Letran Knights. I think Ivan Lazarte stepped out of bounds.
I can remember introing this ball game kanina. Well, sabi mo kasi tight.
Well, we still have
Well, meron pa naman tayo second
marami pa
half.
tayong oras.
Yeah.
May second half ka pa. And if you can remember, nung first game ng Letran, they were down as much as 14 points against the Arellano Chiefs, but they end up winning that game.
Well, this time, they're ahead by 16. Luis Tapeño with the basket right there. The first field goal for Letran here in the second quarter. And then the steal, almost. Ball stays para sa side ng Mapua.
You have to love the pressure defense of Peter Rosilio. Kanina, ginagawa rin niya yan against Clint Escames in the first period.
Good retrieval of the basketball. Can they make a basket? An open look. The three just won't drop. Offensive rebound. Everybody was standing up as Clint Escames was going for that three-pointer from the corner. Look at this. Now it's a rebound of the quarter instead. Atin sa atin ang Bostik El General all-purpose epoxy. Lead is 14, highest at 16 a little while ago. 3 minutes remaining here in the first half. It's going to be a sideline throw-in for the Mapua Cardinals. And Coach Alan Ricardo, he needs to talk to his boys. Some serious man-to-man talks that he needs to.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa di kita di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
My future.
Right? What's the plan?
I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
There's still 3 minutes to play here in the first half. And wait, that's going to be a turnover.
And nandun na naman si Peter Rosilio. And that's how you earn minutes, is pressuring yung ball handler ng Mapua Cardinals. Doing a great job itong first half, itong si Peter Rosilio.
See the execution here. 3 seconds to shoot for Letran. They don't know about it. And that's coming up a timeout.
A second quarter to forget for Letran.
Yes, indeed. And Coach Alan Ricardo, he's just, continuously giving instructions to his boys here. Maybe a letdown here in the second period for the Knights. Mapua naman, just basically exploiting all of the situations, their advantages here. Ito, may steal. And then a foul.
And again, Peter Rosilio. Right there in the middle of things.
And penalty na ang Mapua. So some free throws to be taken here with 2 minutes and 25. Para sa Letran.
It doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but yung pressure defense nitong Peter Rosilio causing problems sa guards ng Mapua Cardinals.
Even the free throws, oh my goodness.
Baka sa sobrang focus sa depensa, napagod na rin.
Oo nga no? But consider that's the first basket for Peter Rosillo. He's more concentrating on defense and some of those intangibles na binabanggit mo, Andino. No? Defending, creating turnovers sa kanilang kalaban. So we're just about to enter the 2-minute mark.
Peter Rosillo. If there's a player for me that played really well in this first half for the Letran Knights, is Peter Rosillo, despite the struggles of his teammates.
Pero sana ma-translate din to a good offense for some of his other teammates who could actually score for them and deliver.
But if you notice yung Letran Knights outside of their turnovers, they've been getting looks naman quality looks at the basket.
Yun! And Luis Sapeño with his second basket and the second field goal only here in the second period for Letran. Clint Escamis with a bounce pass. They go inside. That's Joey Gulapa who missed point blank.
Napilitan magmadali dun yung Mapua Cardinals. You have to give credit dun sa pressure defense. And it started with Peter Rosillo.
And here he is. Gives up a pass, gets the ball back underneath. The kick, a three-pointer on its way. And Peter Rosillo na itulak pa doon sa ilalim. I think he's going to be the one to shoot the 4-point extra para rito sa panig ng Letran. Off-ball siya pero siya yung na-foul
Doing it on both ends itong si Peter Rosillo. And on the offensive end, finding an open teammate in Arthur Roque who has struggled shooting the basketball in the first two games.
All brought to us by Jiangnan. Hot pot ba? Jiangnan na.
Spark plug para dito kay Coach Allen Ricardo. Peter Rosillo.
2 points. 1 rebound. What else is he doing?
He's earning his minutes. That's what I can say for Peter Rosillo. I love his tenacity on the defensive end. And ngayon, from, I think it was 16, no? Ngayon, it's just 6 points.
Yes. Oh.
So maganda dito kahit masama yung shooting ng Letran Knights from the field. Binabawi nila sa pressure defense nila.
It took some time before Letran finally woke up. Sabi nga nila will have to start sa defense. Joey Gulapa that time around, as close as he can get to the basket, he won't make the same mistake again. He scores. Eight-point advantage. He's not tapyas na yung kaninang 16. Peter Rosillo grabbing that offensive rebound. Nice fake. Joey Gulapa kumagat. And that's going to be a shooting foul. And free throws here for Letran. I think that the PlayTime Cares elevating the next generation of Filipino athletes. How about that for the PlayTime Cares play of the quarter from Joey Gulapa. Luis Sapeño.
But this comeback of Letran after being down by 16 points, it's been Peter Rosillo. Not a name that we always talk about, but he's been that guy for the Knights in this first half.
He's going to be mentioned a lot, and he has been, actually, especially here in the second quarter. 6 to shoot here para sa Letran. Do they know it again? Kanina naputukan na sila ng shot clock. This is a fourth shot that went in! Jimboy Estrada banking in a three-pointer. We got a 5-point game.
Yung mga libre nilang tres kanina, ang hindi na shoot, yung ganong tira ang na-shoot pa.
Clint Escamis falling short. Well, there was that big threat from Mapua. When it happened for Letran, they found themselves in a very long, dry spell. Stuck for 17. It took really a lot of time in the second period. But as they say, you also have to start on defense. And this was the time actually that Mapua was taking care of business. And then Peter Rosilio basically leads the defense. And as it turned out, it translated into some good offense here for Letran. But ending the first two quarters, Mapua is up by 5, 36-31.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa di kita di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome!
All-purpose epoxy, El General. Matibay na dikitan. El General. Kahoy man o bakal. El General. Kahit sa kompleto. El General. Pwedeng imasilya. El General. Kahit anong dikitan. El General. El General. El General. All-purpose epoxy. Plastic, El General All-Purpose Epoxy. Palaban sa kahit anong dikitan.
Di abot ang data!
GG bro!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi bitin with 10 gig data to power your games plus only Facebook or only TikTok. Load now!
Happy anniversary at TNT! Pangmalawakang coverage. With free data, calls, and texts. At sulit na rewards.
TNT 25 years, tuloy ang sulit saya sa buong bansa.
My future.
Right? What's the plan? I have a plan. The new Smart Junior Plan. Made for me. For only learning, only experiences, only connections at just $4.99. It's a plan as good as yours. New Smart Junior Plan.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these Smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Hindi aabot ang data! Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi na bitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
Hindi umuulan!
Di mo tayo makakapenta!
Yes!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Si Vic Soto na ata ang pinakaswerteng tao sa Pilipinas. Kahit hindi niya alam, kahit hindi niya sinasadya. Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa
Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo. Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome! Playtime! Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Don't worry! Be unleashed with Smart's Power All 99. Hindi bitin ang benta with only TikTok or Facebook plus 10 gig data and more. Load now!
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Hindi aabot ang data. Nice!
Don't worry! Be only with Smart Power All 99. Hindi nabitin with 10 gig data plus only Facebook or TikTok and more. Load now!
All-purpose Epoxy El General. Matibay na dikitan. Konkreto, kahoy, bakal.
Plastic El General All-Purpose Epoxy. Palabahan sa kahit anong dikitan.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Itong part na to.
Okay po.
Swerte si Vic. Ikaw kaya, subukan mo sa...
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Swerte sa akin ang Playtime. You're welcome.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
36-31. Stranger things have happened in the first half. Mapua Cardinals thought they were going to have it easy. They led by as much as 16 points. Pero ang Letran miraculously somehow surviving the onslaught and just comes up close like this. We get a 5-point game. Benji Santiago with Dino Lee. And Dino, your observation about what happened, especially in the second period.
As much as Letran has shot badly from the field, if you're Allen Ricardo, you're in a great position. You're just down 5 points despite shooting 31% from the field and turning the ball over a lot against the Mapua Cardinals, the defending champions. They only made 2 out of 16, but they made it up by attempting 17 free throws with their aggressiveness to attack the basket and at the same time creating second chance opportunities with their 10 offensive rebounds. So you're in a good position if you're the Letran Knights.
Joey Gulap and Cyril Gonzalez leads everybody para rito sa Mapua, both with 8 points. Clint Escamis only managing 5 points. Yam Concepcion sa pass-up contributing 4 both. And it's Roque Estrada, 7 and 6. Kevin Santos, earlier back in the first period, he was trying to actually throw his weight around, managed to come up with 4 points. Luis Tapeno with 4. Quaha with 3. Pero of course, there was that player para sa Letran who made things happen. Sabi nga natin, hindi man natin mailista o maitala kung ano yung mga pinagagawa niya. But he really, yeah.
But it's been the solid defense of Peter Rosilio triggering that run of the Letran Knights after being scoreless for so long in that second period and just forcing his way, helping his team just be down by 5 points to start this third period.
Well, ito nga ating PusoP.com key matchup, Clint Escamis and Ting Manalili. Not really as much. It's normal. For Ting Manalili, most probably, this is not normal. He should be able to help out his team rito, pero finding that they're just down by 5, anything can happen when we enter the third period. As we take a look at this, ito nga, wala pang talo itong Letran. 1-1 ang kartada ng Mapua. And who knows what's going to happen after this ball game. But we can only say, yun pa rin, babakapan ko pa rin yung sabi mo, litmus test para sa Letran. Ito, facing them against Mapua. And that's also our game, lone UAAP game natin later on coming your way after this. Ang FEU Tamaraos at ang UST Growling Tigers gets a chance to face off para sa ating Monday offering.
Both undefeated teams.
Yeah. At tingnan natin, actually, nakadalawa na yung UST. Nakapagsimula naman ng maganda itong FEU. And they're going to be going separate ways after they see each other a little later on. This one, etong tinitingnan natin. If those strange things that we have seen back in the first half, especially para dito sa Letran, sabi ko nga, historically for NCAA, they always have been a powerhouse team, ang Letran. A force to reckon with.
And they're looking to get back at that picture of as a contender.
Yes.
Especially missing the Final Four the past 2 seasons. And kita mo naman, holding up against the defending champions.
Ten-second shot clock to work on here para sa Mapua Cardinals, and they're still far from the basket. They almost lost it, the recovery. And still making it happen. Clint Escame saving that play for them.
Great recognition of the shot clock coming from Clint Escames.
38-31, 7 points pa lamang para kay Clint Escames.
Miscommunication.
10 turnovers against Letran.
Wala na nga pupuntahan yung opensa doon ng Mapua Cardinals with paubos na ng shot clock, but Clint Escames making a basket.
He has gone through a lot, especially after clinching the championship. That heartbreaking prior to last season.
Against the San Beda Red Lions.
Sakit yung nakauna
But
na no?
since Clint has been here with the Mapua Cardinals, they've gone to the finals twice. So can they make it 3 times in his last season? Especially with CSB and Letran knocking on that door.
And you made mention about CSB. They were able to survive JRU earlier.
And JRU has been impressive.
Yes, indeed. Nagay bakbakan kanina doon sa ating unang game. Toto.
Lamang pa doon yung JRU.
Yes. They were leading 76-72, and then some runs.
But Ian Torres happened.
Yun pa isa.
That last minute of that game.
Anyways, dito muna tayo. So what's going on? Is Clint Escames unable to connect on that 3-pointer? Still up by 5. Letran. Ooh! Pinayungan na, pero may nakitang contact. It's JC Recto, who's actually the guilty party.
And it's his 4th personal foul.
So taking a look at Jimboy Estrada, who's at the line.
And JC Recto has spent more time on the bench rather than on the court with his fouls.
Sometimes there are those days like that. You just can't seem to be getting going the way you would expect. Yun yung mga you wake up at the wrong side of the bed. Pero sabi mo, tamang Letran, nandyan lang sila, hindi sila maipagpag.
Mapua has to do a much better job of playing defense without fouling. Kasi 19 free throws na ang itinira nitong Letran.
Making a stop. And let's see if they could get closer. They're just down by 3. They could even tie a game. If they hit the 3, thought about it right there. For Marco Mega, he decides for the drive and he gets fouled. And more free throws to be taken here for Letran. Number 3 on Concepcion.
what has been keeping Letran in the game is their free throw attempts.
And all brought to you by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito.
So kahit hindi nakaka-shoot from the outside itong Letran, only 2 out of 17, it's been their aggressive drives that has forced Mapua to foul them.
Looking for his 4th point. And that's exactly what happened to Mark Omega. 38-37, Mapua. For now,
Just a 1-point lead.
Nagtatighten na rin yung depensa ng Letran. Look at this double teaming defense.
That's a tough shot.
And then this rebound. Luis Tapeño throws a long pass. Letting the players play. Marami ng banggaan prior to that.
Well, that's expected because you have a lot of physical players on both sides.
That's his first personal. Sir, for the Cardinals.
Drex de los Reyes, big fella. Ito si Mark Omega, missing the front end of his free throws here. Could tie the game. So tabla na nga tayo. 38 all. What has been working out for Mapua kanina nung halos mahigit kalahati no second quarter natin. Clint Escamis will give the lead back to Mapua.
I think it's the defense of Letran that's causing problems for Mapua.
Letran, 10-second shot clock to work on here. Ties the game. And Luis Tapeño has got 6 in the ball game along with 4 rebounds. Escamis trying to take over the offense of Mapua. Nice setup. He gets it back. He drives. He could not get it on that flip shot. 40 all. In the meantime, puntahan muna natin si Courtney.
With a roster full of outside shooters, I asked Coach Allen if he's given his players the green light. Sabi niya, it's all part of the plan. It's within our system. We know when and how to use that strength. Against a team like Mapua, he acknowledged the challenge, especially in terms of physicality and experience. But for Letran, it all comes down to effort and sticking to their defensive fundamentals. We can see at the second half na hindi talaga sila nawawalan ng kumpiyansa. They're not just here to compete, but sabi nga ni Coach, they're here to dominate. Benji, Dino?
Dominate. That's the big word right there.
Yeah, that's right.
And so far, after being down 34-18 in the second period, they've dominated itong Letran Knights.
So it's beginning to show, huh? For Coach Alan Ricardo, if he's going to be talking to Dino Lee, what litmus test are you talking about? Drex almost getting that to go in. Drex will try again. Drex will go back to the line. We're talking about Drex de los Reyes. Rebound in the corner brought to us by Bostic El General All-Purpose Epoxy. Using his size, exploiting the advantage.
Laking tao nitong Drex de los Reyes.
Diba?
Kahit di na nga tumalon eh.
Still got another free throw to tie it all up.
And so far, Letran is showing that they can keep up with the defending champions.
So Mapua stays on top after those two missed free throws by Drex de los Reyes. And over at the other side, there is a foul. Let's see. Drex de los Reyes.
We've seen a lot of fouls coming from the Mapua Cardinals.
Kevin Santos, 5 points, 3 rebounds. Ang daming pinagdaanan noong first half ng Letran. Sa simula pa lang, ang tagal bago sila naka-score. And then, naiwanan na nga sila 16 points down in the second period. Ang tagal din bago sila nakapag-score. Oh, how about that? Cyril Gonzalez. Sabi ko nga, itong tandem between him and Clint Escamis is creating a lot of problems. But they're just ahead by 2. Mapua.
And the luxury of having them on your team is they can take turns in scoring the basket.
Oh, Cyril gonna be okay. Pero sabi nga nila, sa ABC, sigurado ka.
Matibay naman.
Matibay. 44-42. Letran, another opportunity. Tie or lead? Letran has not tasted the lead here in this ball game. The scoop bitin. Uy, teka muna.
And that's going to be an
whistle.
offensive foul on or a loose ball foul on Drex de los Reyes.
Kaya nga, pero parang huli yung pito, no? Nakuha niya na eh.
That was a late call.
He already has control of the basketball.
But as he was going for that rebound, itong si Drex de los Reyes, may yung offhand niya
Yun eh.
on the chest of Jonathan Manalili. But I think that's just going to be a regular foul. It's just that I think Jonathan was trying to sell something more than what was seen there.
Minsan instincts lang yun eh, di ba? You're trying to protect the ball.
Medyo in-extend kasi ni Drex de los Reyes yung left arm niya doon. But Jonathan Manili, yeah, he's only scored 2 points but he already has 7 assists. Ang dami niyang kine-create for his teammates. And that's something na a big addition. Something that they didn't have last year is someone that can distribute the basketball.
He's got 7 assists. And he still has 2 points. And at least there's that redeeming factor here to consider for Titing Manalili as Clint Escamis right now. Let's see Cyril Gonzalez. 10-second shot clock. Clint with a step back three. Gets down. He makes the basket. And there's still more from this MVP. Ito yung Jangnan Hatpa 3-point of the quarter. Hatpa pa. Jangnan na.
And after scoring 4 points against LPU, Clint has 12 points already in this game, showing up for the Mapua Cardinals. He was tightly guarded by Jonathan Manalili, but that was good defense, but better offense for Clint Escamis.
Showing everyone, especially for his team, how he could lead them to a victory.
Kaya nga parang di pa siguro pang coaching ito si Clint Escamis with the way he is playing in this game. So I was kind of surprised with the report earlier on.
Marami pa ilalaro.
There's so much left in the tank for Clint Escamis. It may be his last year, but
yes,
I'm sure a lot of opportunities and a lot of options for him after this season 101 for the Mapua
Pero
Cardinals.
sabi ko nga, Dino, pwede mo siya sumideline dito sa atin.
Pwede naman. But if you're gonna be playing pro, I'm sure a lot of time will be needed out of him to be dedicated in developing his game further. Especially pag overseas ka. Opportunity.
Peter Rosilio is on the floor right now. He was one of those guys who really made it so terrible for Mapua to fully focus and concentrate. But right now, even his presence is not going to deny Lazarte with that long-distance bomb.
And that's big kasi he has been quiet in he was quiet in the first half. 2 points lang for Ivan Lazarte, who has been the most consistent player for them in terms of scoring.
Rosilio, well, natawagan ng faking a foul. Yam Concepcion picking up his 4th personal. Time down to 2 minutes and 16. Kanina sumusubok sila, tabla, pwede nga lumamang. Ngayon naiwanan na naman.
Well, I think the lift for Mapua came from Clint Escamis when Letran was inching closer and cutting further to the lead of Mapua. It was Clint Escamis lifting this Mapua offense, making big baskets in this 3rd period.
Yes, Clint Escamis currently has 13, and this is a getaway touchdown. And then Dura with a good finish right there to make this another double-digit lead for Mapua Cardinals. 2 minutes here in the 3rd.
Diyan papasok yung sinasabi ni Coach Allen Ricardo, the consistency on the defensive end for his Letran Knights. Kanina maganda naman when they were making a run, but caught napping in this 3rd period.
And the turnovers, you gotta be able to be not so careless handling the basketball. What a move! Di nga lang pumasok. Cyril Gonzalez could have been one of those highlights here. Alley-oop! Naman. And Roque with a finish. From Jim Boy, the connection there for Letran. Time down to 1 minute and 20 here in the 3rd period. Rosilio bringing it down. Rosilio going all the way. Parang laro na, nilaro pa eh. Di tuloy pumasok. It's a good thing. Roque was right there at the right time. And he was able to knock down that 3-pointer.
And this is what's deadly if you're playing against Letran, is when they start knocking down those 3-point shots. It can be an equalizer for them.
A 5-0 run, and we get a 5-point game. Look at this fast break of the game brought to us by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. Jimboy Estrada also trying to make himself so significant here para sa Letran. He's got 9 points. Roque has 12. Meantime, over at the other side, Cyril Gonzalez. That's his 11th point. And make that 12. Last 43 seconds ng ating 3rd period. A nice sharing of the ball. This is better if it goes. They will have another try. Ayaw pa rin mahulog talaga. Long pass. Stolen. Rosilio. Oh, wow, that's a sorry miss.
Wala pa rin. Kevin Santos had multiple opportunities on that one. And libre-libre siya dun sa pangalawa.
May tampo yung ring para sa Letran. I don't know what they did to the rim here. The goals dito sa ating PlayTime Filoil Center. Pero parang may tampo talaga yung ring sa Letran.
And ang masakit doon is malayo sa court. Sa basket nila itong Mapua Cardinals, and Letran giving up a foul and giving 2 free throws.
Joey Gulapa muffed the first one. 8.9 to play here in the third quarter. Still, we're not running out of those strange things that have been happening in this ball game. Missing both. Joey Gulapa, 7-point game. Rosilio has it. Long and strong that time around. Rocket tried it. And we end the third quarter with Mapua. Another survival for them. When the going gets tough, they go the one who can handle those tough situations for them, Clint Escamis, para sa Mapua Cardinals. And there were those times that somehow the rim or that goal could be friendly para sa panig ng Letran. Cyril Gonzalez all happy with a smile because they still are up 7 here in this ball game.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa dikitan di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Enjoy high-speed internet with one of Smart's best ever promos. Whether you need big data on a budget or worry-free Unli internet, get these smart Wi-Fi promos today.
Playtime. Pinakamataas sa cashback sa 2%. Taas nun, ha? Guaranteed 10 minutes ang cash out. Ang bilis! Over 2,500 games para maraming chances manalo.
And we are down to letting you see what's going to happen here in the final quarter of this ball game with Mapua kicking off things here in the fourth. Ball on their side. They have a 7-point lead, 55-48. Once again, Benji Santiago, Dino Lee, and Corti Buenaventura at courtside. Long two, and that's a shot block. They're still doing their thing on defense. Kevin Santos is right there, pero yun nga lang. There's got to be some extra things that could happen here para sa panig ng Letran. They're defending well, and they gotta be consistent. Yung hinahanap nga, di ba, ni Coach Allen?
Consistency on the defensive end, the way they pressure. You can't just have spurts of that. You need 40 minutes, the full game, if you're gonna beat a team like Mapua, because they're not gonna hand the win to you. You have to take it from them.
57-48, threatening once again to take a double-digit lead. Sapeño, despite of the shot block on his first attempt, was able to recover and put it back in. 57-50 para sa Mapua. Oh, throwing it away. That's a turnover. Oh, picking up on their defense once again. Itong panig ng Letran.
That's the 15th turnover for the Mapua Cardinals.
Well, in previous nga nila, 19 di ba? But still, they have this lead.
Well, they're shooting much better from the field compared to Letran. It's been a struggle for them. Only 30%. 3 out of 22 from the three-point line. That's a tough shot for Cyril Gonzalez.
Defense was right in front of his face for one thing. Clint Escamis comes back into the game.
I think Coach Randy senses this is a crucial juncture of this fourth period.
Ooh.
Offensive foul on Mark Omega.
Seems like it. Clint Escamis with 13 points in the ball game. Cyril Gonzalez is going to be called for an offensive foul.
No, I think that's on Joe Gulapa.
That's Joe Gulapa. It's an off ball.
It's a moving screen.
I see.
Sometimes hindi rin mali ng big man yan eh. Sometimes it's the ball handler not waiting for the pick to be set.
Tama, oo. May timing yan.
And I think
diba?
that's gonna be on Cyril Gonzalez. That's on him.
Ten-second shot clock here para sa Letran. Nice getaway underneath. And Luis Sapeno continues to pour in the points. He's got 10 points right now. Para sa panig ng Letran. Here they are again coming back. They're just down by 5 and
another turnover. That's 17 for Mapua. And that's what's keeping Letran close in this game is their defense, their pressure defense, forcing 17 turnovers for Mapua.
Down by 5. Could get closer. Nope. That three-pointer didn't work out. Letran only managing 3. Escamis. Baseline jumper knocking it down. Cyril Gonzalez. Here's the dynamic duo ng Mapua.
1-2 punch, Cyril Gonzalez and Clint Escamis in this game for Mapua. Kahit hindi masyadong nakapunto itong si Ivan Lazarte.
Yo, they needed something like that to happen. Roque knocking down that three-pointer. Roque is 15 in the ball game.
Already 3 threes for June Roque.
In the meantime, let's turn you over to Courtney.
Talking about Cyril Gonzalez, we can all see that he plays with his heart, but more importantly, he plays with trust. After a rough start in their opening game against Benil, he admitted he wasn't at his best, but Coach Randy didn't scold or pressure him. Instead, he simply whispered, "Maglaro ka lang dyan, kumpiyansa lang, walang magagalit sa'yo dito." Those words, simple as they were, changed everything. Maybe this is exactly what Cyril needed, a coach who believes even when you're not at your best. Benji, Dino?
Siyempre, kung sakasakali naman, nakapag-champion na eh. Diba? Medyo spoiled ng konti. Actually, there are even players, sabi nga, kung talaga tutusin, there are even players na nasa probinsya pa nga ngayon eh. And they're being waited to appear here. Medyo mahaba-haba naman itong ating Preseason Cup. Yung iba, syempre, pagdating niyan, napasarap ng kain, wala pa sa kondisyon, they're trying to shape up. As we take a look at these free throws brought to you by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito.
Si Cyrus Cuenco wala pa dito for Mapua. This is already their 3rd game pero nakalista siya sa lineup. He's actually their #1 marksman from deep. Itong si Cyrus Cuenco, he shot 41% from the 3-point line last year.
So yun nga yung mga tinitingnan din, diba? That's why we have this preseason cup. Basically the whole realization of getting prep up for the big things are going to be coming. Because it's all going to be happening this year, 2025. As we take a look at this one, it turned out to be an air ball for Roque just when things are really going great for him. Doon may problema eh sa offensive patterns and offensive game nitong panig ng Letran eh. They can be consistent with their defense, just that their shooting
has been abysmal.
Yun eh, talagang tutusin. they're not out of it yet. Lumalaban pa sila rito.
And
Did they count that?
I don't think that's gonna count.
Yeah.
Because nasa kamay pa ni Jonathan Manalili yung bola and pumutok na yung 24-second shot clock.
$62-55. Breaks did not go the way of Letran that time around. And here we take a look at Mapua's offense. Clint Escamis. 5 minutes remaining. That means kalahati na lang itong quarter na ito. Shot clock is down to 4. Escamis. Difficult angle, and Joey Gulapa was being pushed off. Pero he lost it at the end line. Chance again para sa Letran. They're just down by 7.
But the defense of Letran has been doing it for them, forcing Clint Escamis to a tough shot. But dito yung problema nila.
Ooh! Talking about defense, meron din para rin sa Mapua, pero may counter. Ang bilis mag-react ng Letran. We can't do that. Oh, we're playing basketball. We're not in show business. So acting is no. Has nothing to do with any part of the court.
Luis Tapeño has been solid for the Letran Knights. He already has 12 points together with 6 rebounds for Coach Alan Ricardo.
Ito na, Cyril Gonzalez with a quick turnaround. He's got 18 in the ball game. 64-57, under 4 minutes to play. Shot clock going down for Letran. A big basket like this is something that they need. How about the offensive rebound? Ayaw umakit ng bola. Another try. Sobra naman. Gosh.
Well, Letran had a lot of opportunities. Hindi lang nila nakakapitalize every single one of them, especially on the offensive glass.
It's not just, you know, not being able to pile up the points. It's the frustration that are piling up here for Letran. Pero kung tutusin, Mapua is just hanging on to a 7-point lead. Drex de los Reyes coming back into the game. Si Titing Manalili, he's got to be able to do something, help out there for Letran. Marco Vega trying to do something underneath. And at least tigil yung oras, pwede silang pumuntos. Especially with just only 2 minutes and 51 remaining here in this game.
Hit or miss yung Letran when it comes to their offense. They already have 19 offensive rebounds, leading to 14-second chance points. But if they could have made those other close-up shots, this would have been a different score for them. And makita mo dito yung Mapua only taking 7-3 so far in this game.
So Marco Mega making the first, closing in. Bring down the deficit to only 5.
And this is a positive for Letran. They got themselves to the free throw line a bunch of times. This is their 30th and 31st attempt.
2 for 2. Much needed production here for Letran. Peter Rosilio coming back into the game. Jimboy Estrada. Let's see, Mapua. Has been Cyril Gonzalez. Has been delivering for them along with Clint Escamis. So right now, Escamis has it. He decides for the 3. Couldn't get it to go down. Offensive rebound. Fresh possession for Mapua. And then that scoop, the tip. Yes, that Drex was able to put it back in. Drex de los Reyes. He's got 6 points in the game.
Haba nitong Drex de los Reyes, taking advantage of his length.
And his bulk, he occupies a lot of space dun sa shaded area.
And further increasing yung cushion with 2 minutes left in this game.
I could imagine right now backing bodies with Chong Umali, the legs, di ba? They did not count that basket. Clint Escamis. They're not yet in penalty.
They still have one more foul to give. But speaking of the big guys like Drex de los Reyes, kailangan mo yan against CSP and Letran. And I'm sure that was the point of emphasis for Coach Randy Alcantara heading into the season, is who can bang bodies with the big guys.
Missed opportunity for Guajal. He went for that three-pointer.
And we haven't seen that outside shooting of Letran compared to their last game. Na uminit sila nung second half, hitting 8 threes against LPU.
4 of 27 now. Coming up with a steal. Quick foul. Hinahanap naman Anspo para sa side ng Letran. Cyril Gonzalez. No more fouls to give here for Mapua.
And who was in the middle of that turnover forced against Cyril Gonzalez? Peter Rosilio.
JC Recto coming back. He's got 4 personal fouls for defensive purposes. Tingnan natin. I think Manalini has been very quiet. Offensive rebound here. Oh! Gonna give it another try. Long distance. Ayaw pa rin kumonekta. Wow, with a miss.
Big defensive plays coming from Drex de los Reyes. Having a block shot and then getting that defensive rebound. And there's a reason why he was brought into this Mapua Cardinals coming from the NU Bulldogs.
It's turning out to be a long afternoon for Jonathan Manalili.
I feel like Mark Omega, I saw him giving second motion towards Cyril Gonzalez, and he wasn't happy with it, itong si Cyril.
Pero okay lang kasi sa likuran ng galing si Mark Omega Cyril Gonzalez.
And I think the referees will review that. Tara mo, galing sa likod sa ulo. I think that's gonna be an unsportsmanlike foul on Mark Denver Omega.
Yes, our referees are really going to be taking another look at what happened right there.
Kasi meron ng foul
Kaya nga.
Tapos may second motion pa galing sa likod.
Yes, that is an unsportsman.
He wasn't even going for the ball. He was going for a different round shape on the floor. Which was
Hindi kaya hinaarbor niya o hinihingi niya yung headband ni Cyril Gonzalez.
Which was the head of Cyril Gonzalez.
Kasi right after that incident, they even shook hands di ba? They were just smiling at each other.
Pwedeng frustration foul din Kung
Pwede.
totoosin. They had multiple opportunities, to be honest, itong Letran Knights. But they couldn't knock down the shots that they needed to get the win against Mapua.
At least just before anything else, and they're going to be carried away with a lot of those physicalities and the frustrations. It's Good thing the refs are able to control this ball game.
We know, yes, single round robin tayo, but come season 101, these two teams will face each other again.
Twice yan, di ba, during the eliminations? Kasi 2 rounds sila. Jimboy Estrada is still a 2-possession game, 42 seconds remaining. And both teams are already in penalty. And a fast break of the game that's brought to you by ABC Tile Adhesive. Sigurado ka dito. We took a look at that. Jimboy Estrada moved to the basket.
Solid yung defense netong Letran. It's just that offensively, they couldn't hit shots, which spelled the difference on why they still have a 6-point deficit.
Imagine 18 of 63 from the field for Letran.
It has been a struggle. Jimboy Estrada 2 out of 10. Jonathan Manalili 0 out of 5. Ang magandang pinakita dito was Luis Tapeño with 6 out of 10, and then June Roque 6 out of 13. Buen Salida mo, 0 for 5, who got 16 points in your last game.
We get a timeout.
Sa ABC sigurado ka, sa di kita di ka papalya. Sa ABC sigurado ka, pulido ang trabaho, di ka papalya. ABC, sigurado ka dito.
Sa kahit anong dikitan.
Only 41.8 seconds remaining here in this ball game, and lamang nga itong paning ng Mapua as they try to go back-to-back after losing their opener to CSB Blazers. They're changing the whole narrative of their campaign here in the early goings para sa ating PlayTime Cares Filoil EcoOil 18th Preseason Cup. Benji Santiago, Dino Lee. Si Dino Lee, short and brief lang ang stint niya ngayon.
May other commitments.
Yeah. Buti naman na isingit mo kami. Thank you.
Siyempre, Filoil to, di ba? This is the premier preseason
That's right, indeed.
collegiate league here in the Philippines. And kaabang-abang talaga to every summer.
So where are you going to be able to find them in one place? NCAA and UAAP.
And it's always, this is, kaya siya, the Premier Preseason League, it's a perfect preview of what to expect come
That's
NCAA
right.
and the UAAP season.
So Mapua will do it. Back-to-back wins and dealing the first learning experience here para sa Colegio de San Juan de Letran Knights. And we really have to dig deep and check every details of the stats. Dahil kung tutusin, this could have been a bigger lead, but no, it didn't turn out to be that way. There was that struggle from the field para rito sa panig ng Letran, but somehow they just kept it close, and Mapua winning this by an 8-point margin of victory, 69-61. What a ball game this has turned out to be. The unpredictability of the teams who are building up or actually trying to adapt to new systems, the new faces, and of course exposing some of those talents. Those kind of things, really, that's why we have this. Pero who really shone here, Dino?
Well, the walking bucket for the Mapua Cardinals, itong si Cyril Gonzalez put up 24 points in their game against LPU and still showing here coming off the bench with 19 points, 7 out of 11 from the field, 5 out of 6 from the free throw line, gaining the confidence of Coach Randy Alcantara, itong si Cyril Gonzalez. Big scoring punch for the Mapua Cardinals, and it makes Clint Escamis' job much easier if you have this guy on the court for the Cardinals.
Well, they were at it. Cyril Gonzalez, Clint Escamis. We talked about the dynamic duo and the things that they could do here, but helped out actually by some of their players who were able also to deliver as they came up with this win. Team, mga smart powered up plays na hakit sa atin. Smart Power All 99. Get only Facebook or TikTok plus 10 gigabytes data and only calls and texts for 7 days. Load now. Well, Letran will have to go back to the drawing boards. It's like a back-to-earth experience for them after 2 consecutive wins. And indeed, it was a test. It was indeed a challenge for them to be faced up against the NCAA defending champions. At ito nga yung mga story in numbers natin rito, Dino.
Well, the shooting percentage of the Letran didn't show up for them in this game. They struggled mightily, 19 out of 65 for 29%. And yung 3-point shot nila, 4 out of 30. And if it showed up in this game, we would be having a different conversation.
It was kind of off for Letran, but of course, tingnan din natin dito, off din. Itong si Jonathan Manalini only with 2 points, 1 rebound, but managed to come up with 8 assists and outplayed by Clint Escamis with his 14 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists, all presented by PulsoP.com. So we're through with our schedule for the NCAA bracket at pupuntahan naman natin ang UAAP bracket with FEU going up against UST. Stay with us for more.
Kahit sa kompleto, pwedeng imasilya.